Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between MaNa and kaL here in Heartbreak Ridge. Left side of the map we have the teal Protoss player, it is MaNa. And on the right side of the map, it is the yellow ZerG player, kaL. I don't know who this is. I cast a game between kaL and Idra on the channel last September, but didn't know who it was then, don't know who it is now. But if you know, please let me know, and I will update the title and know who it is. And then I'll know who to talk about on the next time I cast this ZerG player. Anyway, it's Heartbreak Ridge. It's yellow versus teal. It's Poland versus whatever country kaL here is from. I know it's G1, but anyway, I'm going to call this player kaL. All right, Heartbreak Ridge. Don't feel like we've been here for a while. I have a lot of replays on Heartbreak Ridge, though. Dude, I have so many long epic macro games between MaNa and Morrow. PvT stuff, like 35, 40-minute long games. I've got a couple hour-and-a-half-minute games that MaNa has played in the replay pack too. So if you want to see some long MaNa replays, let me know. I will be more than pleased to cast them. Because, gee willikers, we like MaNa a lot. One of the few players that has successfully transitioned to StarCraft 2 and done great things there. But yeah, that looked very much like a 9-pool, and no, there's the Overlord. Overpool it is. No gas being taken, so this is going to be some slowing harassment. It's just going to force the Protoss player to toss up a couple cannons before expanding, which that's what he wants to do. MaNa wants to throw down the Forge and then immediately a Nexus, but can't, based on this opening. We have the Tango, the dangerous Tango of the probe, and the drone. They hate each other, but are attracted to each other at the same time. It's really a quite tragic tale of woe and loss. Oh, we got the hatch down. I didn't think he'd get that. kaL, is that off? That might be off center. That looks like a long way. Oh yeah, that's the distance you want. And that's from the, like, that's small. Okay, so it's basically this. Wow, okay. I think kaL just tossed down the hatchery in the wrong location. Said, forget it. My gas income will not be as good as it otherwise could be. Not as efficient. Is going to cancel and replant, isn't he? What's the second drone for? What is this play, kaL? What are you doing? Quick third. It's got to be quick third. The Overlord sees the expansion. Yeah, cannon coming up here. Gateway there, too. Is he doing this? Yeah, you know what? You don't need the second cannon if you can tell the lings aren't actually moving out, and it was only 2 produced anyway. So when I was focusing on exactly where this was getting planted, I didn't realize that only 2 lings came out. And at that point, sure, make a cannon, make sure the lings can't get in, but don't go overboard with 2 cannons. And you can start your Nexus a little bit faster, too. Not too shabby. Third base on the way here from kaL, which was the right and correct decision. Gas coming in for the ZerG player. First assimilator on the way from MaNa here too. Checking to make sure that nobody is knocking down these minerals, allowing easy access down this ramp into the main base and into the natural base here. Very smart by MaNa. You should do that if you're playing on this map, everybody. Just make sure that these minerals aren't being finagled with down here, because that can open up and cause you some problems. Quick lair at the natural base. Yeah, basically we're going to rush for those Scourge, because there's your Cybernetics Core, and then there's your Stargate, and then there's your Corsairs, and the opening is pretty much the same in the PvZs, but it does get interesting from there. It's my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft. I understand other people may have different opinions, and that's fine. But man, I love a good PvZ. Just the Storm and the Reavers, and sometimes you get Ultralisks and Hydralisks dodging things, and Lurkers destroying stuff, and Dark Swarm Ling attacks onto bases. Just so many good things in PvZ. So darn entertaining. So hit that like button if you're excited for this match. Leave me a comment. Doesn't have to be anything special. I just read every comment that anybody ever leaves on my channel, on any of my videos at any time. So if you want to leave me some encouragement or some feedback or criticism, feel free to leave it, man. I'll read it. I don't necessarily have the time to respond to all of it, but I will read every single one and probably react to it in some way. Sometimes with a heart. Aww. Yeah, there's your Stargate. And these players are just mostly interested in hanging out for now. wonder if the Lings can make a run by here. Zealot's kind of holding that right side of the choke. I don't think the Lings can get through. They'd have to come through this, and then there's cannon shots, and then there's death. So they're not going to try for it. Overlord might go in once that layer's done. You can get the upgrade for speed. But I don't see speed on the way. Definitely a Spire coming in, though. Citadel of a Dune on the way. This is kind of a lot of the ZVPs I've been casting recently. Have just been Stargate, Citadel of a Dune, Templar Archives. We're going DTs. We're going Corsairs. We might just rush to get Storm if I think our opponent is going for a lot of Hydralisks. It's just a safe build. Protoss players, do what MaNa is doing here, right? Go for the Forge Expand. Get a cannon just to be safe, especially, you know, if you think your opponent might be making a lot of Zerglings if you can't scout it accurately, but you should be able to scout with that probe. And then Cybernetics Core into a Stargate, into a Citadel of a Dune, into another Gateway, and a Templar Archives. Liking it. And hey, why not toss up a cannon inside your mineral line here too, just in case there are Mutalisks on the way? Which there are not. It's definitely a Hydralisk den. The Zealots managed to get all the way across the map. What? How? How did you sneak out here? Alright, so the Ling count, this is embarrassing. Dude, Glass, you can't just lose to 2 Zealots. Not allowed. Man, the micro is so good here from MaNa. Is he not? Oh, he did lose one of his Zealots. That was a problem. But another Zealot walks into the natural base and starts causing problems there. Look, man, you gotta have at least one Sunken at your natural base and at your third base. That's how you have to do. Oh, gosh. Drones fighting against us. They got him, but man, that was not a cost-efficient murder at all. A bunch of your buddies died. Additional gateways coming in. Are we actually making Corsairs? I just realized. Production Sab says DTs, which is cool. Scourge are out. They're ready for Dark Templar, or for Scourge to show up in particular. The Scourge are like, where are your Corsairs? No Corsairs. Is that just a fake out? Oh, no, he's got one. Okay, he's got one. Is he worried about mutas? He's really sitting at home with this. I guess so, but it's definitely going to be Hydra attack out of Glass. I don't know what he's so worried about. Finally, Creep Colony coming up with the third base. Still no static defense down. Look, MaNa's got static defense. If it's good enough for MaNa, it's good enough for you. Zerg players get static defense at your bases. Pro tip of the day. Get static defense. Too many times we've seen professionals lose because they don't have a couple missile turrets, or they don't have a couple Sunkens, or they don't have a couple cannons. I mean, Sunkens are just viable all the time. They're always going to be good. I suppose if your opponent goes for mass scouts, probably not. If your opponent goes for carriers, probably not. But those are just not viable strategies versus Zerg, at least not if the skill levels are remotely close to each other. Actually, who showed me that? Straylock? I think Straylock, a loyal subscriber to the channel, showed me a video that Firebat Hero did when he was off-racing as Protoss on his stream. It was a PvT, and he just went Mass Scout in PvT, and by golly, did it work. And I'm not convinced it's viable. I think it's more that Firebat Hero completely outclassed his opponent. DT gets a couple drone kills, but that's about it. Yeah, without chasing away these overlords, I don't know what the point is exactly. All right, so here, oh boy. One Sunken here versus a few Hydralisks. Hydras are body blocking a little bit. Lings are trying to jump in on top of this too to help on out, but there are Hydras, extra Hydras showing up. The Sunken is gone. There's only 3 Hydras on the spot right now. Additional Hydras are trying to come on in. The drones are fighting. I don't know if I like the drones fighting here. I mean, it's extra DPS. It's not a lot, though, and if you turn the Zealot's attention to yourself, you die real fast. It's tricky. It's a tricky thing. It's 46 to 37 workers in favor of MaNa right now. Also, Zealots with speed are kind of Hydralisk nemesis. Nemesis? I think that's the right thing. Nemesis it is. But yeah, Storm getting researched. High Templar coming out. If your opponent's going for a ton of Hydras, you have to have Storm or you will die. That's really just, it's required. I'm not going to apologize for it. Is he actually, is he patrolling up this way as you're trying to mine through those minerals? That's interesting why he's got units up there. Drone? Where are you going, buddy? Buddy? What? I don't know what he's trying to do. Lurker aspect is done just in the darn near nick of time. Oh, that's so nice. That said, there's going to be storms. Spreading out the lurkers is such a great move, so one storm can't kill any more than one of them. Ah, did you bring detection? Oh, lurkers caught you by surprise. Nicely done by Glass, taking up fast enough to lurker aspect that he could hold this off. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play. Ah, all right. So let's see. Observatory is out. There are observers. I don't know where they are. Mind you, there's one. Found one. Observer here. Oh, MaNa's going to lose this third. That's definitely a cancel. There's no way you're saving that. So third gets taken out, and MaNa's on 2 base at 10 minutes. That's not great. He wants to have a third base against this 3 basing ZerG for sure. It's 47 to 41 workers, which just means oversaturation is the name of the game here. Look at all of these probes running around constantly trying to find somewhere to mine. And it's undersaturated for Glass, mind you. He could use some more drones. But oversaturation is not great either. Really needed that third. He's been making more probes in preparation to take the third. That makes a ton of sense. But, all right, man. Lurkers in. Trying to get some damage done. Where are the Lings? Where are the Hydras? You can't just let the Zealots jump on top of your Lurkers and kill them like that. Oh, Observer gets sniped as Falcon's voice cracks because apparently he's 14 years old. Nice snipe on that Observer. What a play from Glass. I think, man, Glass is in a good spot. I mean, he's down in worker count and he's down in army supply. Yes, I understand this. But he's got defensive lurkers, which is fantastic. Is he going for Hive? He really needs to start running to Hive. He's got a Queen's Nest, so he's running. These Lings who've been denying the third base of MaNa for the past 3 minutes are going to be executed. But they'll put up a good fight. Oh, jump on it. Jump. Look at him jumping on it. Jump on it. Can't. Oh, they got the probe. All right, guaranteed kill. Guaranteed kill it is. Third base so late. Is this still that drone? Why are you doing this? I don't know why this drone is patrolling up there. If somebody knows, please tell me. It makes no sense at all. I'm going to guess that Glass is going to try to expand to the top left base. That would make a lot of sense for him. Burrow's on the way. Hive's on the way. All right, so we're getting a Hive. Got to get those Defilers out sooner rather than later. Really cannot beat MaNa with just Lings, Lurkers, and Hydralisks. You need the Dark Swarm. You need the Plague. Defilers are your win condition. Storm is the Protoss win condition. And MaNa doing this pretty well. I mean, I didn't expect him to struggle this much versus a relatively unknown Glass here, but Glass could be a Smurf name for somebody else. I just don't know who it is. They're not showing up on the list. Hey, you. I see you, lazy drone. Oh, you can see the little red beady eyes from this. I've never zoomed in on a drone from that angle in Remastered. Check it out. They have, like, red glowing eyes. Freaky. Man, the details you can see. Oh, this Observer down. There's a backup Observer because MaNa's smart. Have a backup Observer. Recommendation. Hive taking a while to get here. Probably longer than Glass would take. Like it to. He's taking the 12 o'clock. Which, oh, he's trying to kind of lure the Protoss army onto these lurkers. Lure them onto the lurkers. I don't think MaNa wants to engage here, and he does not. He's backing out. Dude, Glass is impressing me immensely. I gotta say, it did not impress me as much versus Idra on the ZVT that I cast of his. Or hers. I guess Glass could be a female. Sure, why not? Or theirs, whatever pronouns you want to use. Robotics support bay coming in. That's got to be Reavers. Again, Reavers are really, really good versus ZerG. Can be really good versus Terran too, at least in the early game. Not so much after 18,000 tanks are out, though. And yeah, the 12 o'clock finishes. I'm not even sure MaNa's aware of this base, to be honest with you. Speedy Overlord scouts in, sees what's what. I think he probably got a glimpse of that support bay. And MaNa taking his own 4th base down here to the south. So MaNa keeping up an economy now. Or trying to get there. And I really think, there you go. Glass should expand to the top left, and he's doing it. He's getting there. Defiler round just about to finish. Adrenal Glands coming in. Flyer Carapace on the way to make the Scourge a little bit more tanky, I'd assume. I would personally make the assumption that that is what is going on. You have the 300 minerals you need here, Glass. Go ahead, toss it down. Ooh, are Lings going for a run by? Oh, those are Archons, though. There was a bit of a window here where I think Lings could have gotten something done, but now there's 2 Archons and cannon support. And, oh, you know what, though? If you surround an Archon, you can kill it. That's bad, though. Great positioning for MaNa. Responded to it, reacted well. He's got idle probes here, and he's transferring a whole bunch down here to this base, which is... Adrenal Glands is done, but there are just too many cannons. So snipe not possible. Not a bad idea. If you had about 15 more Zerglings, I think maybe he could have done it. But being economic is kind of how you need to do this thing. So 53 drones, and you know what? I think Glass is happy to be on 53 drones. I don't think we're going to get very many more than this. Ultralisk Cavern on the way from the ZerG player. $179 to $138 supply, though, is really bad for Glass. You cannot lose those links for nothing, good sir. There you go. Let the consumes begin. Oh, we got dropped. Didn't realize that. Shuttle movement coming in for that upgrade on the speed. Single Corsair out. Going to help kill this Overlord, but Dragoons will do more damage. They've got +3 attack, which is just simply disgusting. It is no attack upgrades for the melee, no attack upgrades for the ranged, and +1 ground carapace for everybody, which upgrades greatly favoring the Protoss player right now. Glass went from being in a great position into being, I would say, down at this stage. He's down 40 total supply. This drop needs to crush. It really needs to crush. You know how you defend against Ling Defiler drops, though? Zealots, mostly. Just nothing but Zealots. The cannons are going to be worthless if there's Dark Swarm, but the Zealots will be really good against the Lings and the Defiler. Chitinous plating on the way, more DTs coming in. DT production for MaNa have been fairly consistent, interestingly enough. And he's taking this bottom right-hand base. So the players have split the map in half, as you generally want to do on Heartbreak Ridge. Or ideally what you want to do. Is that how? Oh, behind the production tab. I accidentally caught that storm drop. Entirely by accident. Oh, but guess who exists? Okay, that was a sick storm drop. 6 kills there. The Zealot has 1. 7 kills on that storm drop. Everything dies, including the shuttle, which is not great. I think a Corsair just went down. Lings do force a cancel on the bottom right-hand base. This is kind of turning into a tight race, you guys. Robotics facility down. Oh, forces a cancel. I think he could have saved it. I think MaNa could have saved it. And then just a big Ling attack. Dark Swarm up. Zealots trying to hold the line. They're exactly what you need here. Lurkers dealing with reinforcing units that outstrip the detection. But again, the Zealots with +3 attack are really good against these Lings that only have +1 armor and only plus... Do they have plus attacks yet? They do have +1 attack. +2 armor is actually done for them. No. Get in there. Okay, Dark Swarm's up the Lurkers. The Storm is going to be good. I really feel like what you need to do is, okay, actually canceling a plus armor upgrade here that MaNa was working on. The natural command center might go down. Additional probes are dying here too. And the drop in the main is trying to accomplish some stuff. Dude, Glass is making it happen here. Again, the Zealots doing what they can. The cannons are worthless in this particular situation. And the natural nexus goes down. This Sim City actually kind of prevents MaNa's army from getting up here fast enough. They're going to go after the robotic support bay. They're going after the observatory, but they're not really focused in their attacks, I don't think. Oh, High Templar focus, that's for sure. Definitely got to get that High Templar focus. Bunch of probes here sitting idle. This bottom right-hand base is still not happening. It's 170 to 167 supply. MaNa's actually supply blocked after losing those pylons and that nexus here, and a bunch of probes have gone down. It's 54 to 50 workers all of a sudden. Dude, is Glass staging... I feel like Glass is staging an upset here, which is why we love StarCraft. At least one of the reasons I love StarCraft is you never know who's going to win. You never know. If Glass pulls this out, I'm going to be super impressed. I need to know who this guy is at this point. If he wins this thing... Robotic support bay goes down. Or maybe it doesn't. Oh, the Lings stupidly get attracted to this cannon, which they're going to take down easily, but seriously, support bay, good tech. MaNa's decided, screw this, I'm just killing your stuff. So he decides to go for the 12 o'clock, while his main base is sort of in shambles here. Going after pylons seems like a pretty decent idea. The zealots coming out of these gateways are really enough to handle things, and I don't know... Oh, this bottom right-hand base in a lot of trouble, too. Unload it, though. Lurkers down here to the south causing major problems. The 12 o'clock does go down for the ZerG player. But we still have Lings and an Ultralisk here inside the main base with virtually full upgrades. The High Templar would be such juicy... Oh my gosh, the High Templar are going to die. Or not. Don't mind us. We're just hanging out until we have enough energy to storm you in the face. They have energy! Look at this. There's Lings here, Ultralisks here. Oh, big Dark Swarm attack up to the north right now. Ultralisks on top of everything that MaNa had. Was that the killing blow? Did all those High Templar die when I wasn't paying attention? I feel like they all died. Dude, 6 kills on that Zergling is not bad. It's 148 to 93 total supply. This bottom right-hand base does get denied by glass. MaNa is in a world of trouble. Look at this. Because the support base is still alive, he's able to make a Reaver. Is he making it? No, he's making it. Down here, of course. It's going to be hard to break this with 2 Reavers and a bajillion cannons. And Storm. Maybe don't break this. Maybe go kill his main base and his natural base and his third base first. Glass could throw this by attacking everything into this and losing it. I would not recommend that at all. It is 170 to 111 supply in favor of the ZerG. He has really made an incredible swinging comeback here. So, yeah, Dark Swarm's up. So the Storm's going to hurt as much. Cannon's negated, though. Good Storms, though. Oh, burrow the Lurkers and before the probes get out. Oh! That hurt. That hurts so much. That's 17 probes. That's your GG. I don't know how MaNa wins this thing at this point. Dude, we have gotten such good games recently. The main base defended by some zealots. This one source of income is happening for MaNa right now. 12 o'clock is being retaken by glass. It's 153 to 104 supply, and MaNa is supply blocked. So he's holed up about as hard as you can hole up in this location with all of the income that, I mean, this many probes can afford you. 9 probes is not a lot of probes for income. Right side base is being taken thanks to the support of a million zealots with +3 attack. And don't go in there. Do not go in there. Are there detection? I'm not convinced there's detection. Get Lurkers in there. Get the Lurkers in that choke. Meanwhile, Ling's dropping on the bottom right-hand base, forced to flee because there are Ultras coming out of those Overlords. Glass has made the best use of drops I may have seen from a ZerG player ever on this channel. That is how impressive this has been. The Lurkers do get inside the Dark Swarm. The Zealots can't engage anymore. I mean, they can try. Let's see if they can get there. Not with the Ultralisk sitting here, too. That's extra problematic. Look at them with that speed. Anabolic Synthesis is up. Finally goes down, but... MaNa's sticking in here, but I don't know how he wins. Look at how much yellow there is on the map compared to how much teal. It is not even fair right now. Using SimCity against the ZerG army, but just dropping Ultras right into your main base because that's exactly what Glass has been doing this entire game. Because he's an absolute killer. I mean, MaNa hasn't tapped out. Yes. Look at the center being taken. You only take the center if you're incredibly confident or incredibly desperate, and guess what Glass is today? Take a guess. He's like, hey, have you tried to take that bottom right again? No? Awesome. Hey, what do you have in here? Well, these Lurkers are all going to die. Good by all the things. Robotics Bay finally dies after it should have died about 10 minutes ago, I feel like. Again, hold up. Just like you're probably holed up right now, trying to wait out this coronavirus thing. With a bunch of cannons and reavers. There's Storm in the mix. Desperately trying to take this right base. Is he dodging scarabs with lifting into these overlords? He's dodging scarabs, you guys. Glass is not messing around. I mean, he's won this game. MaNa is sticking around for hoping the ZerG player just runs everything he has into here and everything dies, and then maybe he can win. Oh, the Mutalisks. The Mutalisk tech switch. Nobody expects the Mutalisk tech switch. I mean, I did not. Oh, never mind. It's Guardians. Hey! Are Guardians going to be the win condition in a game today? I guess we have seen that in the past. We saw Day9 do it to Artosis on the channel a while ago. But this is super win conditioning. There is a High Templar with enough energy for 2 storms. Wait. 3 storms? Might be enough, actually. Guardians are pretty weak. I'm gonna unload right on top of all the things. That was such really, really nice unload positioning, and that's your GG. MaNa taps out, and the Unknown Glass gets the victory in a ZVP. That was 26 minutes long, largely through the power of drops. Why engage directly with the Protoss army if you don't have to? Drop, kill their pylons, kill their stuff. Use Dark Swarm, get Ultralisks out, make Guardians, defend your bases. Ended up losing a hatchery today, this one. No other hatcheries went down. If you can say that, you're in a pretty good spot. As a ZerG player, and as anybody, really. It's kind of a fun thumbnail. Got some other fun stuff I could choose from, but... Man, Storm is so pretty and remastered. Look at it. It's all sharp and blue and spiky. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, fantastic match. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, because by golly, that was a lot of fun to cast. Yeah, double expanding to the middle means that Glass was feeling extremely confident. Who is this? Who is this mysterious Glass who used Dropper Lords and Ultras and Lings and Hydras and Lurkers and Guardians, sort of, to incredibly effective effect and gets the win in 26 minutes? Boss play. 26 minutes and 28 seconds. Beautiful. 152,000 points for MaNa, 204,000 for Glass. And again, there was a point where I felt like Glass was going to lose. He was 40 supply down. The upgrades were better for MaNa, and Glass rather, just dropped and microed and Dark Swarmed his way to victory. It was incredible. 600 ZerG units produced, ended up losing about 400 of them. That's a good number left over for sure. Raised a ton of Protoss buildings, only lost 3 buildings of his own, and outgassed the crap out of MaNa. Wow. These numbers, though. Good stuff. Overall, spent about 11,000 more resources than his Protoss opponent. Just had the more bases. Was good. Was good. All right. Well, that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.